Hi, this is AJ Moye, and you're listening to Indiana Sports Beat with Jim Coyle.
Today's guest is brought to you by Bubba's 33 in Clarksville, with hand-tossed pizzas, bold burgers, and ice-cold beer. Pizza, burgers, beer. Bubba's 33 in Clarksville. Welcome back to the Golf Club at Eagle Point Studios. Jim Coyle with you here, Indiana Sports Beat, and we are grateful to be joined by a good friend of the show, Jordan Hulls. Jordan, how you doing, man?
Not too bad. How about yourself?
Doing great. Jordan is still over in Germany, recently fresh off of being minted the MVP over there. Congratulations, by the way. That's a heck of an honor.
I appreciate it. Yeah, it's luckily I had a lot of Indiana fans voting me in, and but yeah, it was a great year. In the international play in the BBL. Very thankful for that honor, and good to see the hard work paying off.
Yeah, you were the only player to pull up a couple of awards, but you got 40% of the vote for that, man. It was a landslide. So it's not just a couple of IU fans. There's just a lot of people voting for you. That's a landslide victory.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it was a great year for us. I had a great team who got me the ball when I was in good position to do different things, and the system that I play in. And like I said, it was a great year shooting the ball, and hopefully I can keep that going forward. But yeah, we made it all the way to the finals. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to finish the finals. I played the first game, but missed the rest of it with a season-ending injury. But yeah, to get that award is pretty special, and like I said, I'm very, very thankful for that, and couldn't have done it without the fans, of course, and the team and all that kind of stuff.
Well, there's a reason your teammates get you the ball. You're only shooting 49% behind the arc, so they're I guess they're not too. They're pretty smart in that regard, because man, I know a certain college team that could use some shooting like that.
I think a lot of college teams could maybe use something like that, but ours in particular, maybe so as well. But yeah, it's like a great shooting year, and if I can just keep doing that, that's how I make my money. And being from Indiana, and that kind of helps me, I guess, growing up being able to shoot. But yeah, it was a great year.
Well, and what's it like being, you're obviously from Bloomington, Indiana, but it's not like you've been hidden away in the sticks, but to live in a foreign country, to not only to make your living in a foreign country, to live in a foreign country and to make your way over there, your family and all that, that's got to be quite an adjustment.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Germany is a great place for us to live. We really love it here. This is my 6th season, which is kind of hard to believe. And yeah, when you have to totally uproot your family and go to a new country and new surroundings, new teammates, new everything, it's kind of scary in the beginning, of course. But I've played in Poland, I've played in Kosovo, Belgium, and now Germany. I've been here for 3 years, and it's you take a lot of different things from different countries, but this has been a great place for us to live. We feel safe here, healthcare here. We had our second son here early in March. So it's very comforting, when my family feels comfortable and we're surrounded by good people, that's all I can ever ask for. So on the court stuff is always good to have when that's going well too. But as long as my family's happy, and because it's hard, my wife has to make a huge sacrifice leaving her family, which is now my family, back home, and we're a long way away from our friends and family for an extended amount of time. So it's a huge sacrifice for them. So when they're happy, I'm happy as well.
Now, there's a lot of former Hoosiers playing in various teams in Europe. Are there any that are in your league or that you get to play against?
Nobody from IU per se, but a lot of Indiana kids over here for sure, man. It's unbelievable the amount of Indiana kids who have a lot of talent and wanted to pursue their basketball careers. After college, Braden Hobbs is a kid from Southern Indiana that I grew up playing AAU ball with, and he plays in this league. Jake Odom was in this league last year. Chris Kramer from Purdue. We have tons and tons of other Indiana talent here, which just makes you realize how small of a world basketball is.
Yeah,
You know,
Braden Hobbs from New Albany High School actually went to Bellarmine. I think won a Division II
yep,
national championship at Bellarmine.
for sure. Yeah, he was. You know, he stayed close to home. He's a high caliber player, and he's playing on the best team in Germany right now. You know, doing what he does, making other people better, shooting the ball well. What Indiana kids are supposed to do. He's done. He's had an amazing career, and you know, he's only about 2 hours from me, so we met up. You know, once this season, but he's a pretty busy guy with our schedules and stuff like that. But yeah, he's doing really well.
Yeah, the thing about Europe is you just jump on a train, you can be in about 10 different countries within an hour. Everything just shoots, so it's so weird.
Exactly. Yeah, it's like you know, if we want to go to Ohio, it's like us going to Paris. You know, whenever my family comes and visits or friends, whoever it may be, it's pretty cool to be able to say, yeah, we can just hop in the car, go 5 hours, and you know, we're in Paris, France, or we'll go to. One year we went to Normandy, France, when I played in Belgium, and like all sorts of things, and pretty unique opportunity. While we're still young, fairly young, we have two kids now, but you know, we still get to travel around and see the world. And my 2-year-old son, he's learning German. He's in German school, so it'll be cool once you know we're back stateside that he'll be able to tell his friends, you know, I grew up in Germany, and then his little brother was born in Germany, and we got to travel the world. You know, for this extended amount of time that we're over here.
Yeah, you're already giving them stories that they don't even know that they're going to have to tell 10, 15 years from now, 20 years from now. These are stories that they're going to get to tell, that they're developing. They don't even know that yet.
Exactly. You know, it's really cool as a parent just to be able to give them that opportunity. And like I said, it doesn't come without sacrifice, being away from their grandparents and stuff like that. But cousins, aunts, uncles, all that kind of stuff. But it's in the grand scheme of things, it's a short amount of time compared to the rest of our lives. So if we can make these memories now and you know continue to build relationships elsewhere and then settle back home, you know, that'll be a pretty cool thing for us.
I promise you, it goes fast, brother. My daughter's 16th birthday is today, so we're celebrating her birthday today. I'm looking forward to that. But
Oh wow!
I
Tell her
can't
happy birthday for sure.
We'll do that. But yeah, it goes so fast. But also, when you were playing at Bloomington South High School, did you ever dream that you would be making a good living and playing around the world and get to go to these awesome countries and do things? Was that even a dream at that time?
Man, you know, I've always wanted to play professional basketball. You know, when I was that young, though, I never even realized you could come over to Europe and play basketball, make good money, and play at a high level. You know, NBA was always my dream, will always be my dream. And growing up, that's all I ever cared about was, you know, getting my schoolwork done and then getting back in the gym and trying to be the best player that I could. So it's kind of a surreal feeling to know that, you know, I'm living out my dream. I don't have to do a 9-to-5 job or anything like that at the moment. So it's something that I cherish. And every day I go into practice, I got to remind myself to be thankful for the opportunity because you never know how long you'll be able to play. And I've been blessed enough to play 6 seasons, and I signed back here for a 1+1. So probably 2 more years here. And so if I can just keep playing as long as the wheels are going and I'm shooting the ball well and my wife lets me, you know, I'll play until that day.
And also, you don't not just playing, but you give back. And we've got something coming up, the JH1 Skills Academy, which is your skills academy. You've got your camps that are coming up at Bloomington South High School, not that far away in June 19th and 21st. You've got it set up for grades 2 through 5 is only $100, and grades 6 to 11 is $125. But that's got to be a great feeling for you too, to be able to, because these kids, you know, they look up to you. I mean, you're a former Bloomington South athlete, you're a former IU athlete, and now a professional basketball player. I mean, you're someone that they idolize, and to be able to touch their lives. I'm sure you had people that when you were their age that did that for you, but it's got to be awesome to be in that position.
No question. You know, it's always been something I've been passionate about, giving back to the community and impacting lives, and not just on the court, but off the court as well. You know, I feel like I could be a good example. You know, I'm not the biggest, the tallest, the strongest, or the best at anything really, except I could control how hard I worked and the effort I put into it and those kind of things. So those are the kind of things I try to tell the kids, you know, whether that's if they do want to play basketball or baseball or whatever sport, or be a doctor, lawyer, teacher, whatever it is, if you can take the game of basketball and take from it the teamwork aspect, the hard work aspect, all those different characteristics into your real life, then I think I've been able to make an impact that way. And I've been fortunate enough to do this every year that I've been a pro, that I've been able to do the camp. So I do it every summer in my hometown. And like you said, just trying to reach as many kids as possible, different age groups, different skill levels, doesn't matter. Boys, girls, if you're able to come, then we'd be more than happy to have you there. We try and make it more of a skills camp as opposed to just rolling the ball out there and playing. So I emphasize a lot of skill work, 6 different stations where we specifically try and teach the fundamentals of basketball, because I think that's what kids are missing these days. They just go out there and chuck up three-pointers and hope it goes in, and don't have correct form or correct passing form, or don't even know how to box out properly. Those kind of things are what I try and teach. And I have a great coaching staff, and I'm able to have my family involved as well, with my dad, my sisters, my mom, my wife, everybody's involved. So it's a fun thing for me, and I look forward to it every summer. I wish I had more time to do more camps all over the state, but I just haven't gotten to that point yet. But maybe once I'm done playing, or my kids are a little bit more grown, then I'll be able to do something like that.
And talk about the 3-point shot, one of your specialties, obviously. News looks like it's going to, in the NCAA level, it's going to move back to the international line. You think that's good for the game, helpful? You think that's helpful for the game, or is that getting the college game more in step with the international level, or how do you see it impacting college?
Yeah, I didn't realize that rule was going to go into place. I mean, there's always going to be pros and cons to each thing. If you look at the 3-point percentage, I don't know this off the top of my head, but I'd be curious to know what is the 3-point percentage in this era as opposed to what it was when it was closer. And is that really improving the game of basketball? Everybody always is already relying on the 3-point shot so heavily anyway. I mean, for shooters, I don't think if you move it back, if it's really gonna change how you shoot your shot or anything like that. Form wise, or if you move it two feet back, for me, it doesn't really make that much of a difference. But that's very interesting that they're doing that to get guys ready for the next level, perhaps, and to shoot more threes or space the floor more. I don't want to talk into it if I haven't done my research on it though, but.
Right. And it's not a set rule. It's not set to go into place yet. It's a proposal, I believe, but it probably is more than likely that is one that's going to be taking effect. For the last couple of years, they've used the NIT as kind of a guinea pig. This year they moved it back in the NIT. They moved the 3-point line back. They also used the wider international lane this year. That's not a proposal expected to be made, but now that's one I thought would be more helpful, is to open up the lane a little bit. But
yeah, that would definitely make it more exciting, because I mean,
it's definitely the college game is changing a little bit.
Exactly. I mean, if you want to try and make the game more universal, where it's the same all over the place, then for sure. The NBA is just in a different level of its own. But when you get over here in Europe, it's not like you have defensive 3 seconds or anything like that. But there is the different rules where you can tap the ball off the rim once it hits, and you can go in the lane early, intentional foul, like all these little different things. What I would like the college game is to just go back to quarters. I think that would be – I still don't understand why we do halves. I'm sure there's a lot more behind it than what I understand, but I think everybody else uses quarters. I don't understand why college basketball in the men's side doesn't use quarters and reset the fouls after 5 or whatever, and take away with the 1-on-1. But 1-on-1 does propose a different exciting element to the game, to it in the games and stuff like that. But I mean, like I said, there's pros and cons to everything.
I think that's something you'll probably see, Jordan, because that's another rule I think that they toyed with in the NIT this year. So we'll probably maybe see more of that next year. But have you had a chance to follow the college game at all? No, there was huge news yesterday. John Beilein, after 12 years, leaving Michigan to go to the Cavs. That's big news for the Big Ten, for college basketball overall, but that's kind of a shock.
Yeah, definitely. I saw that tweet, and when the information leaked out, and one side of me is really shocked because he's had so much success at Michigan, and I know He's a great coach, and he's done a great job there. But on the other hand, he's proven a lot at the college level, so maybe he wants to see what he can do at the pro level. And with all the stuff going on around college basketball, maybe he wanted to just get a different look, different feel. He didn't agree with what was going on, or he just saw. Obviously, I'm just spitballing here. I have no idea, but I'm happy for him because I've always respected him and what he's done and what he's been able to accomplish. And for the Big Ten, I think we're losing a great coach as a conference, someone who provided a pro-style offense. So I think he'll be able to translate that over pretty well.
Well, the funny thing is, the big talk is they have two recruits that are both big-time shooter scorers that are possibly going to be coming available. And there's a certain school that has 2 open scholarships and a dire need of shooting and scoring, located pretty close to Bloomington. So I think they're going to be pretty interested in those 2 players.
Well, heck yeah. I mean, anytime you can get a high recruit who can shoot the ball, and if that's something that we struggled with, that'd be great if we could land something like that. And that's I guess that's good for us if that's a potential thing that can happen.
Jordan, I can't thank you enough for joining us, man. I know you're coming back soon stateside. You got your camps coming up in June. We'll look forward to keep everybody updated on that. We'll get that stuff on our social media pages as well. But thank you so very much. Safe travels to you and your family coming back, and look forward to talking to you when you get back over here.
Sounds great. I really appreciate you having me on and getting information about my camp. And again, be sure to wish your daughter a happy birthday.
Thank you very much, Jordan. I'll do that, brother. Thank you very much. Hey, thanks for listening to the rebroadcast from today's edition of Indiana Sports Beat with Jim Coyle, the only daily show dedicated to Indiana University athletics. You can catch us live each weekday on IndianaSportsBeat.com, TheDailyHoosier.com, GrowingTruth.com, or go to Spreaker.com for live notifications. Yeah, that's speaker with an R, SPREAKER.com. You can also catch the entire show any place you listen to a podcast, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Google Play, etc. You can find and follow the show on Facebook or follow me on Twitter at Jim Coyle ISB for complete coverage of the Indiana Hoosiers. Thanks again. I hope you have a great day. I'm Jim Coyle, and I will see you on the radio.